So साल था 1998 and the date was 23rd September. इस दिन one of the most hyped PS1 games को रिलीज करा जाना था। एक ऐसी गेम जिसके क्रिएटर्स दावा कर रहे थे कि they not only created the most influential stealth game ever made, but also the best game to ever grace the PlayStation 1. एक ऐसी गेम that will push video games forward both in terms of presentation and storytelling. एक ऐसी गेम that will forever change the definition of games and take its artistic aspect to the next level. Of course, I am talking about Metal Gear Solid. Directed by Hideo Kojima, MGS instantly gained universal acclaim with some outlets stating it to be one of the best games ever made. As a result, sequel was no-brainer, and MGS2 soon to be released for Sony's new PS2, Metal Gear earned its title as the ultimate stealth action franchise. Metal Gear की सक्सेस को देख Ubisoft Montreal की छोटी सी टीम को एक आइडिया आया of not just creating their own stealth action franchise, but also something that could stop Snake's thick dummy. Something that not only was the ultimate stealth action game, but also a Metal Gear killer. As a result, debuted Sam Fisher with his iconic night vision and Tom Clancy Splinter Cell. जहां पर दूसरी games required stealth, Splinter Cell demanded it. Those games had stealth as an important option. Splinter Cell में it was the only option, due to which game immediately earned its title as being the most intense stealth experience and was successful enough to raise a cry for the sequel. The team at Montreal soon started working on the sequel, but due to the project being too ambitious, they needed more time to actually complete it. Such that Ubisoft को sequel बनाने की काम किसी और स्टूडियो को देना पड़ा था. All while Montreal was busy making the third entry and their second vision a reality. And finally, after a 3-year wait, this game came out in 2005 by the name Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. So, let's grab our... Huh? Is someone moving around out there? But who? I don't know who. That's why I'm worried. So Chaos 3 की स्टोरी स्टार्ट होती है विद अ जापानीज कार्गो शिप जिसे येलो सी में नॉर्थ कोरियन एंड चाइनीज सोल्जर्स ने ब्लॉक करके रखा है, जिसके बाद ये न्यूज लाइमलाइट में आती है जिस पर नॉर्थ कोरिया तो चुप रहता है बट चाइना कम्स फॉरवर्ड एंड आस्क यूएसए टू काम डाउन। अब इस इंसिडेंट पे जापान भी सामने आता है एंड व्यूज इट एज एन अटेम्प्ट टू डिप्रेस देयर इकोनॉमी, बट दावा करा जा रहा था कि ये सब एक्चुअली मोटिवेटेड है बाय द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ आईएसडीएफ एंड दैट की उसकी फॉर्मेशन वायलेशन है पोस्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की। यू सी आईएसडीएफ स्टैंड्स फॉर इंफॉर्मेशन सेल्फ डिफेंस फोर्स, जिसे 2007 में एस्टैब्लिश करा गया था एज अ ब्रांच ऑफ जापानीज सेल्फ डिफेंस फोर्सेस। अब इससे प्रॉब्लम क्या हुई कि दिस वाज व्यूड एज रीमिलिटराइजेशन ऑफ जापान बाय मेनी एशियन कंट्रीज बिकॉज जापानीज गवर्नमेंट ने इन फोर्स को कंप्लीट फ्रीडम दे दी थी ऑफ स्ट्राइकिंग आउटसाइड जापान, जिसका नतीजा था कई इंफॉर्मेशन वॉरफेयर अटैक्स एंड अ ह्यूमंगस राइजिंग टेंशन बिटवीन नॉर्थ, साउथ कोरिया, चाइना एंड जापान। इस पॉलिटिकल टेंशन को देख जापान का एलाय यूएसए से एनएसए के थर्ड एशेलॉन कम्स इनटू द सीन एंड अपनी मोस्ट एडवांस्ड वॉरफेयर शिप येलो सी में डिप्लॉय करता है in order to push North Koreans and Chinese away. इसी बीच हमारे मेन प्रोटैगनिस्ट सैम फिशर को अपना पहला ऑब्जेक्टिव मिलता है and that is to rescue Morgan Hood from a lighthouse in Telara of Peru. ब्रूस एक्चुअली एक अमेरिकन प्रोग्रामर है जो मास एल्गोरिथम को डिक्रिप्ट करने का काम कर रहा था एंड वाज किडनैप्ड बाय पेरुवियन सेपरेटिस्ट ग्रुप द पीपल्स वॉइस। एंड अगर तुम में से कोई लोग सोच रहे हैं कि व्हाट रियली इज मास एल्गोरिथम, तो ये एक्चुअली एक हाईली वेपनाइज्ड एल्गोरिथम है जिसे फिलिप मास ने बनाया था एंड ये इतना डेंजरस है कि दिस वाज रिगार्डेड एज अ सुपर वेपन ऑफ 21st सेंचुरी, जिसकी वजह से सैम का काम सिर्फ ब्रूस को बचाना ही नहीं था बट इन एल्गोरिथम से रिगार्डिंग कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन को लीक होने से रोकना था। एंड सो द कॉन्स्पिरेसी गेट्स डीपर विद द स्टीप राइज इन पॉलिटिकल टेंशन। Due to all of this, Chaos Theory की story feels like watching a spy thriller with a good sense of politics involved. I found the plot to be pretty enjoyable and interesting, but the best part is it achieves that without getting in the way of gameplay or overuse of cutscenes. तुम्हें हर एक मिशन से पहले न्यूज ब्रॉडकास्ट की फॉर्म में प्लॉट की कई मेजर डिटेल्स एक्सप्लेन कर दी जाती हैं. After that, story takes a backseat, and even when it comes into the play, it does that in the form of gameplay conversations, which by the way are the best part about this game. Not only every voice performance is pretty solid, but also the dialogue is memorable, beautifully reflecting every character's personality. Especially the age gap conversations between Grim and Sam are absolutely hilarious.
Fisher, I just synced your OPSAT with intelligence on the bank that you and your team gathered back in '89.
The memories.
Yeah, judging from your report, sounds like it was quite a vacation.
It was, actually. I spent most of the rest of that year sleeping in a ditch on the road between Baghdad and Kuwait.
Oh well, if it's any consolation, I had a bad year that year too.
What? You weren't working for the government during the Gulf War?
No, I was in 10th grade.
Oh, right. Yuck.
Good work, Sam. That shut down the magnetic locks on the windows. Hey, wait a minute. Power spike. The lobby. It looks like a laser grid just came online.
Lasers. Lasers are so...
90s?
I was going to say 70s. Can you please stop making me feel old?
Got bad news for you, Sam. You are old.
Sam feels like that one cool uncle everyone had. Not only he gets down to business when it's needed, but also cracks a lot of joke during the mission. Lambert is Sam's best buddy who is roughly of his age, which is made evident by a solid chemistry between the two. While Grim feels like that one young friend who won't stop taking advantage of your boomerism. And lastly comes William Redding, who is a nerdy and down to business guy who only talks at the time when needed. In addition to that, the attention to detail in this game is amazing, such that one can't help but only wish for older Ubisoft to come back, like how enemies will be having their own set of discussions while guarding the outpost, like how the interrogations with them are pretty well written, या फिर how Sam react to some of the wet environments or some fuck-ups that he does. Honestly, the only two complaints I had is how story can sometimes be too fast-paced to keep up with, which by the way can also be a problem exclusive to me. And second, that when the story gets personal for Sam, I can't care about the conflict because this being my first Splinter Cell, I feel pretty alienated. And yeah, this is another story side of... Huh? Who broke the lights?